I'll ask you about this year's team again. Like I said, I'm going to ask you very elementary questions. So like, I'm not going to ask about like specific positions or anything like that, but the team that you're inheriting, what do you know about them? What do you like about them? What's your, obviously I know that the fundraising is the focus, but I'm sure you're obviously thinking about the team that you have. And I mean, I guess you could even explain to me like what's the difference in a good rugby team and a team that's not good, if you will. I'll tell you, like I had a couple buddies that actually played rugby at East Carolina, and those were some bad dudes. Like you said, it takes a certain type of.
Yeah.
Those were some bad. I actually had, I think one of the guys. Again, this is when I lived back in Charlotte. Just kind of a funny story. Like one of the guys I think actually played for like USA. Like he was a legitimate pro rugby. I mean, he was a monster. Like he was a kind of a maniac. But no, I mean, the team you have now, what do you like? And again, just for us that are just very, very elementary with the basics, like what makes a good rugby team a good team?
Aggressiveness and working together. That's what.
So it's a strategy game, I'm assuming.
Oh yes, it's a strategy.
Okay.
It's not
because people think it's just like people bashing their heads together and
No. There's a lot to it. It's different though. It's not like you're Frank Martin and you're on the side of the court screaming at your guys to do this or do that. Are you Shane Beamer and your offensive coordinator's calling in plays? I mean, you basically coach the boys up. You send them out there on the field, and then the players pretty much run the game.
Right.
I mean, you can tell some things, communicate some things, from the sidelines. But if you go overseas and you watch professional rugby, the coaches sit up in the stands, and bite their fingernails. Because it's the players that are in charge. It's very much a player's game.
Right.
And we built our success at Furman just by being able to do the basics, and some of your listeners are probably going to be unfamiliar with some of this terminology, but we ruck and we tackle very well and we pass. And those are the fundamentals. And so I'm just a big coach on the fundamentals. That's the foundation of a home. And then once you master those, then you build up. And then if those ever falter, then you go back to the foundation and you rebuild the house. So in terms of this year's team, honestly, I just met them for the first time yesterday.
Okay.
We met up at Russell House. I've had some Zooms with them and talked to some of the captains, but yesterday was the first time
I guess students did just get back on campus. So
they did.
To be fair,
we have our first practice over at Love Field, not far from where we are right now.
Right.
On Wednesday night. So we're going to know a lot more. I've been building up my coaching staff. So a guy named Tony Coggiola has joined us. He used to coach the Asheville men's team. He's a Green Beret, so he's a real tough military structure guy. And then I met this guy named Chris Holmes. He's an English fellow and he is kind of a rugby nerd. And he's going to join our staff too. So he's going to help us out. And he lives up in Lexington and just moved to the Midlands in December. So I'm excited to get those guys.